So I made a couple mistakes in the last episode that we need to go over. I just sold my inventory because I had a bunch of crap in there. But a little bit of shift of plans here. Not too much, but just a tiny bit. First and foremost, when I jumped over to the journey mode character, could have just gone and gotten Lunatic cultists to spawn if I waited a day. So if you just get in the game and you speed up time on journey mode, the Lunatic cultist requires a full day to spawn if it had previously been defeated or killed or whatever. So I needed to wait, and I didn't, which is why I got lost trying to find the jungle, and it wasted so much time, but I cut all that out of the episode, of course, as you saw. So what we're going to do today is two things. One, I'm going to farm a little bit more for the ice, the ice, the ice shell. And we're also going to try to farm for that Spectre staff. That's kind of like the go-to of what I want to do. There's a couple other things that I think we need to do. First, I think it would be a good idea to try and fight Duke Fishron. Now, that means we're going to jump over to our journey mode character and test out a few builds. But I think killing Duke, even though I hate Duke, killing Duke will be an absolute godsend. Because there's a few things from that boss that we absolutely need, in my opinion. I think the Razorblade Typhoon, even though it's slightly nerfed from what it used to be, is still really good, and that would help us for the Martian Madness event, which I think I'm going to need to do, and also for a couple of the other events. So like there's that. And of course, I think the Razorblade Typhoon may or may not be what I end up wanting to use against the Lunatic cultists. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find our power cells, which I think are, okay, I've got one here. Did I have more? I thought I had more. Maybe not. Well, that's unfortunate if I don't have any more. I'm going to have to go find some. So the thing is, I have a couple like crazy different builds that I could go for all of this stuff. I could go Ranger for Lunatic cultist. I tried it with the sniper rifle with chlorophyte bullets on my journey mode character, and it worked really well. I'll show you guys that. But that got me thinking like, well, why not do kind of the same thing with Duke? So that's an option. But as it stands, like accessory wise, I really do like the Brain of Confusion. It's quite good at preventing damage. But when it comes to what we can remove, well, I feel like our damage is really low, so we need to start kind of amping things up. That is why I'm grabbing the power cell, because we're going to go try to get the thing we need for making the crest or the half moon crest. I don't remember what that freaking thing is called. Look, you know what I'm talking about. I don't need to, I don't need to go over this with you. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, you know what? We could actually try the Eye of Cthulhu for Golem, because it's really good against Golem. Do I need any buffs? Well, I may as well grab a couple just in case. So let me do that and then we'll head over there. Also, at this point, I feel like I could do the Halloween event and get some of the stuff that I need in order to make a really solid summoner build. I wouldn't farm the spooky armor. Actually, that tends to not be worth it, usually in my experience. So what I would do instead is attempt to find the, oh goodness, what is it called? The tiki armor. So I'd go buy that and get all that stuff set up. But in general, I find that the spooky armor is just seriously overrated for what it is. It's not good. So at the end of the day, it's like, well, then what do we do with summoner stuff? Maybe I could get like a really good summon from one of those events. That's the problem, is the summoner stuff can be really good at this point in the game, but you do kind of need everything going with you in order to make it work. Like you need a bunch of different pieces. All right, let's try this. I think that the yo-yo in general is pretty good against Golem. So we're gonna test it out. We're gonna see how this goes. The reason it's good is because you have like the multiple yo-yo bits. Also, it's got a lot more range than a lot of the other yo-yos in the game. Wow, we actually killed that trapper really quickly. That was my 50th trapper. I could have sworn that I've killed more than that. If you asked me how many trappers I've killed, I would have said, 100? Probably 100. Obviously not. Obviously that is nowhere close to how much I have actually killed, which is a little funny. How sometimes the perception of how long you've been in a certain biome and how many enemies that you've killed is skewed by, you know, just in general how rare something might be. But man, I hit the trappers. They do so much damage. That's probably why I'm like, I feel like I've killed far more of them. It's because they're kind of annoying. You know what? I don't have like any of my extra damage that I had going on. Like I had the rainbow gun going. So let's grab that, pop that down. There we go. That'll be a little bit better. I could use the vampire knives too, and I think that's probably what I should be doing, because that'll heal me a little bit more rather than the golem. Taking a bunch of damage here is not ideal, but as you could tell, it's like no skin off our back. It's really, really easy. Did I get the item? I have not. All right, I'm gonna have to literally find more of these stupid power cells, so I'm gonna have to farm stuff out. Although, okay, yeah, I think I might have already checked every chest in here. So, well, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and farm this stuff out. Do I really... Trying to think of like, do I have any easier way to do this? No, probably not. I'm just gonna do this the hard way. I'm gonna teleport in and just kill everything with yo-yos. Before I get tips, by the way, about Lunatic cultist, I should mention that things have changed with the fight. As of, I think, some 1.4 patch. I don't remember which one it was. But before, there were a couple different ways to spot which Lunatic cultist was the real one, because he does like this mirror image thing with a little like summoning portal, and if you don't get the right one, bad stuff happens. So there are ways, by the way, to cancel the fight. You just teleport home, which is ideal for us as a hardcore character. Do we really want to be doing that? Not necessarily. I feel like I want to be doing the fight legitimately the first time that we actually do it, and not have to worry about any cancels. But the thing is, you used to be able to use summons to, so this is one of the ways you could use summons to do the fight, because the summons would automatically target the correct mirror image. Now they just stop attacking during that, and it's up to you to do it. Although it more annoyingly is like before, it was really good to have summons for that, right? Because you could you could basically cheese a little bit of the fight there. Now it's a detriment, because the summons can still accidentally hit them if you're moving around. Say you're using any kind of like flying summon. Like the Stardust Dragon is a really good example. It could hit the wrong one and then push you into the wrong part of the phase where it summons the stuff because you hit the wrong one. So that's not ideal. Oh, we have a power fragment. All right, let's go ahead and try to kill the boss. So that is something to keep in mind, is summons no longer work to do that. And on top of that, and this is even more important, you used to be able to use a hunter potion. Now on the wiki, the hunter potion part of that has not been fixed. It still says that you could still use a hunter potion, but in my testing with a hunter potion, nada, doesn't work. So the best way to figure out which one it is based on the eyes and the hood. So that's just the best way to do that. Just as a little PSA, because I know that when I get to that fight and I start doing some testing on it, people are gonna be like, oh, you could cheese this part of it, but I just want to be like, no, you know, shut that down now. I know that you can't do it. I've already looked into it. You guys are incredibly helpful with your feedback on like what items I should be getting, or what builds I should be doing for certain things, or like getting the grand design and reminding me of that. It's like such an MVP thing to do before I came into the temple, and I love that kind of stuff. But I also want to mention, like, I am super into getting this done. Like, I want to beat Hardcore Master Mode Terraria. And in order to do that, I do have to do quite a bit of research, and I spend a stupid amount of time, like an embarrassingly amount of time on the wiki at any given day, just looking at stuff, just analyzing, just reading things like, oh, does this work? No, that doesn't work. Or like jumping on my journey mode character and figuring things out, or, you know, seeing if certain builds work and certain ones don't, and like what's the highest damaging build that I could be doing at this time, or what's the biggest defense that I could be doing. Like there's a lot of different options here. Ooh, we are gonna go back. That was very close. I don't know why I took so much damage in that one particular fight, but now we got to go farm more power cells. Whew, that was close. Don't like when that happens. So, change of plans. I'm going to try something. I'm going to try to get the Razorpine, which is an incredibly good single target mage weapon. But it's going to require us to do the Christmas event. And one of the easiest ways, I think, for me to be able to do this, you know what I'm going to do real quick? So I'm going to make sure I've got everything set up. I'm going to take this off. I'm not using no yo-yo for this. I'm going to swap the yo-yo out in my inventory. Yeah, that should be a little bit better. I'm also going to switch to the Terra Blade. Because believe it or not, Terra Blade's actually quite good, especially for events. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to get this. We're going to get our buff. I'm going to come over here. And yeah, I am indeed... get that. I am indeed going to use a couple potions. I'm going to use a Heart Reach and a Hunter Potion because it's really actually quite hard to see at night. And I'm going to make a couple. So we're going to make a Shine Potion. And then we're going to make a Flask. Let's do Flask of... Oh, that was what I'm missing. I didn't have a Flask on. That's why my damage felt lower. All right, so let's get an Iron Skin and a Regen. All right, yeah, and I want to intentionally do this late, so it's 10. It goes until 4:30. Like I said, I'm intentionally doing this at this point. So can I get into my little house, my housey poo? It's a little cheaty way of doing it, but look, don't knock it till you try it. You know what I mean? Actually, will the? Oh, it does reach down there. That's incredible. I did not know that. Okay, well, I still have to keep an eye out for the Razorpine. I don't want to push too many waves here. Although this is quite nice. I didn't know I could do this with the yo-yo. So that's ideal. All right, just give me a Nutcracker. No, that's okay. Ever Screams. I need an Ever Scream, and then we're gonna go kill us. Well, an Ever Scream, if it wasn't obvious enough. Can I not get that? There we go. All right, we finally got one to spawn here. So I'm going to sit here and rain hell down upon these guys. I do need to reset my wings, if I can. And I'm using the vampire knives because I am going to be taking damage here. The Ever Screams are pretty nasty in that regard. Let's throw a rainbow down there to help out damage a little bit. But the vampire knives are really, really good against this kind of stuff, like this event in particular, because I just need to kill these until I get the actual weapon. And if I can get that, then we're golden. And utilizing this little platform here is working way better than intended. It's kind of ingenious. I'm just gonna be honest. It's doing so much damage, and it's healing me a lot too. Like even when I take damage, I want to keep my health up because it's really easy to get kind of trapped here. Not something we necessarily want to do. I mean, look at those little green projectiles it's shooting all over the place. Bad. Did we get one there? I don't see one. Did we get one there? I don't see one, but I'm gonna go look. No, I didn't get it. All right, that's fine. Now we got to kill this guy, which he also dropped some items that we could potentially use. So I'm just going to farm this out a bit. It's a little dangerous. So if things get dicey, I'll cut back to us. But otherwise, I'm just going to keep doing what you see me doing here. Avoiding presence, utilizing my vampire knives, which aren't the highest damage that I could possibly have. But you know what? It's working for us. So you can't knock it. You know what? I didn't get the item off of that guy either. It is 3 a.m. I'm not going to get another Ever Scream, I don't think. I guess I could kill the Krampus. Actually, I'm not sure what item Krampus drops. I know he dropped something. Or at least I thought he did. All right, well, that was kind of a long shot. I knew that it was late in the night, and I wanted to try it because I didn't want the event going on too long in Hardcore because it just keeps going. And the further you get, the more stuff spawns, the more dangerous it gets, obviously. So, yeah, it's better to do it later at night for us. Just a little pro tip for Hardcore. The thing is, we didn't have many shots at getting the Everscream. I had, what, two of the things that spawned? I can always make another naughty present once this goes away and try it again later in the evening when it's like, I don't know, 8, 9 again. I think that worked. I just need more Everscreams to actually spawn. So that's what we're going to try to do. Actually, can I potentially keep up with this thing? Probably not, right? Especially if I get hit by slimes. It's possible. Let's see. Can I go 5, maybe? We might be able to chase this bastard down. Yeah, come at me, bro. Get wrecked. You're mine now, sucker. A little oh, he disappeared. That was dumb. I got robbed. Fine, whatever. Okay, well, so far, no success, which is not ideal. But the reason that I wanted to do that is because the Everscream is such a, or the Razorpine rather, is such a good mage weapon. It is so good that it's absolutely worth it for us to try and get it. Yeah, let's go hop over to the journey mode character and try a couple setups. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is try out a ranger setup. So I'm using the bullet damage, I'm using chlorophyte bullets, and I'm using the sniper rifle, which is quite good. I feel like we could get our damage even higher, which would be really nice. So this is everything that I could already get, and I have the stuff for the sniper scope already. So like I could go make this build right now on the hardcore character. So we're gonna try this out. I think it technically went away there. Here, let's try this again. There we go. Oh, took a hit because I ran right into her. So I'm thinking that, by the way, you have to keep clicking with this weapon and it's mildly annoying. I'm thinking that this may end up being quite good, although I have started off this fight really poorly. It's just like immediately dead. Let's try it again. So I did some changing around. I put like it's a graveyard down there. I didn't realize that. I put the ranger emblem on, which increases damage, but like you can see, I am doing quite a bit of extra damage that I wasn't doing before, and that comes down to the weapon, the sniper scope, and what I've got going on as far as accessories. The problem that I keep running into, literally, is I keep running into enemies that are spawning, and it's not great. Gastropods are so annoying. It's like, yeah, the rainbow is what killed me, but that stupid thing down there is not ideal. All right, let's try going to Duke, because yeah, I think that she would be fine to kill, but obviously I'm just not in the right mindset to do that. So we're gonna go try Duke. All right, let's see how this goes. Should probably hit the shine potion just in case it gets dark. But yeah, this is you can see it does a lot of damage, and I am using the Shroomite armor, right? So I'm not using beetle stuff. This I'm pretty happy with overall. We'll see how the second phase goes, but like if it could get to the point where I can farm out Duke and get the wings, then that makes everything easier. And because of the amount of ease that we're having here compared to what we were having just a moment ago with Empress, I think this may be our option. And I actually may do it as melee too. So I'm going to try out a melee build with this and see if that's any better. Because yeah, sure, this is fine and all, but I honestly believe that melee may end up being the key to, oh no, I went into the water there and really got screwed. All right, so now we know not to do that. Yeah, let's try beetle armor. And let's try, maybe, actually, you know what? I'm going to try to get the Razorpine real quick because I don't have it on this one. And I'm going to try a mage build because that may be way higher damage versus him. So let me do that. Now, I know I'm just sitting here farming out these stupid things to try to get one item, which, by the way, hasn't dropped. I've gotten, like, everything else, including Festive Wings. But the way that I do these is I use the Terra Prism because it just, you could just sit here and AFK and everything just kind of dies around you as you're like managing your inventory, right? So that's pretty convenient. But it does also get me back on the line of thinking of like, maybe we YOLO and just try to kill the Empress of Light with our hardcore character during the daytime. That'd be something, wouldn't it? Man, talking about a risk. There's no way that I feel like I would want to do that, but it would make the game a lot easier having this stupid weapon. It's really good. It's like really, really good. Ah, I finally got it. Cool. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and research this thing. We're going to go ahead and turn off that spawn rate and, you know, make it the middle of the day. There we go. That makes that a lot easier. All right, let's go try this boss with a mage setup. All right, here we go. This is going to be a non-optimal setup. I haven't done any adjusting to the gear. I've just put a mana flower on and something else. Oh my goodness, look at that damage. Like, that damage is super high. So the reason why this really works so well with this set, with the whatchamacallit set, the Spectre set, is because you attack so quickly, so you get those damaging orbs from the Spectre set rather often. And it's really quite good, isn't it? It's like, it does a lot of damage. All right, he's doing his transition. We're going to come down over here. I feel like I need better wings on this character. I don't have any equipped at the moment that are better. But we have better wings on our hardcore character. So, like, if we could do this like this, then we're in a pretty good spot. All right, here comes this phase. I don't know when it goes dark which directions to be dodging. Oh, wow, it's really good at fighting those things off, isn't it, too? Oh, I think I know which direction we need to go then. All right, here comes the final phase. I don't have a heal, unfortunately. So if I had this all set up properly, I would have an arena and everything. You know what? That was so good that basically tells me I need to go farm out a Razorpine on the hardcore character. Yeah, that's going to take a while because I killed... Goodness, how many did I kill? Just to get one that isn't even enchanted to be better. I must have killed like 15 or 20 of them. That's going to take a while. All right, I'm going to go do that on my own because I think that that's a bit of an ask for you guys to watch that kind of farming going on. So we're going to get that, get it all enchanted, and then try and see what I could do with mage accessories, and then get a really good setup going for the Razorpine, and then just come back here and practice, and then actually set up a proper arena. And you know what? I think we would absolutely destroy the Duke.